Hello fellow astrologers, and welcome back to our next set of videos in our C+D Basic Birth Chart series, CD2, the Sara R chart reading. In these set of videos, we will be doing a birth chart for our client, Sara R, where we give our chart interpretation for all of her luminaries, planets, and a few points of interest. In this video, CD2C, we're going to show how we take the birth information and enter it into the Astro123 freeware. Then we'll show how we compiled our data to create our own report, and afterwards we'll show the report features that the actual Astro123 has itself. So in our previous video, when we did Taylor Swift and CD1, we didn't have her actual birth information other than just the day she was born and where she was born, but we didn't have the exact birth time. All we could really do was touch on all of the different planets, but we couldn't verify exactly what the ascendant was. In this case, we know exactly where this person's birth time and place is, down to the minute, so we can get an exact chart and we won't have to be guessing. So now let's go over here to the software and enter it. Right here, you see right here, it says input the natal data. Let's go and start by adding her name, Sara R, and then put in the actual info. 6/20/1982 at 9:45 p.m. Now, we need to enter in the actual birth location, so we're going to have to change for the cities by clicking here. And then this should pop up right here. So it looks like it's already set up for the actual state we want. Now we just need to slide down here to find Ishpeming, Michigan. So let's see, there it is, the only I, Ishpeming, Michigan. So, as you can see here, Sara was born in the actual daylight savings, and this time doesn't reflect the daylight savings, so we're going to have to step it back one to put in the daylight savings. And then what we'll do is save her to the disk right here, and this will pop up, where you can actually see the names filed, and we'll hit select. And then that should pop this back up where you see Sara R. So now that we have her saved, we should be able to click OK. It'll pull up a little bit of this data. We'll close that for the time being. And what we want to do is come here to the wheel and open up the natal. You can also press F9 when you have this highlighted, just like this. And bam, there's the chart, just like this one. As you see right here, it has all of her birth information and her name, the location. It doesn't actually say Ishpeming, Michigan, but it does have the same degrees latitude and longitude that it is with GPS. And let me go over here and fix the type to European. I like European because it shows the actual size of the houses as opposed to standard American where it doesn't show them. So you can see how some of these are kind of condensed and some of these are kind of big, because that's how it kind of gets laid out based off of where you were born, because some parts of it were more exposed than the others. So this gives a better idea of what it is than your standard type where you have American and it's all looks like equal housing, even though it's not. It looks like that, but it's actually not. It's more laid out like this. So this gives you a truer picture of what that looks like. So as you can see, we've already compiled the chart. As you go down here, you can see that we have this breakdown for luminaries, her inner planets, her mid planets, her generational planets, and a collection of points of interest, which are all these planets. And how we compiled all that is you can actually go through one by one and look at them, like the ascendant is here. You can actually go here and look for the sun and the moon and Mercury, Venus, Mars. Or one of the nice things is it has the natal data here. And when you click on natal data, you scroll down here, it gives you the full block of all that information. You can see where the sun, the moon, the ascendant, all these different things that we're going to use to make this chart breakdown is located right here. It even tells you what houses they're in and stuff like that. So it's easier just to take from this than to try to spend your time reading these individually. But the chart is always good to have because later on, as we're doing the interpretation, we'll look at where they are and what are the things that are around them. So it gives us a better feel of reading the chart. But the data here is very important, and I'll leave this down here for future reference when you're actually trying to compile the information. Now, one of the other nice features that we like about this software is the report feature. You can go straight here to Natal Reports, click on Natal Reports, and you get this actual report where it will actually give you a full breakdown. You can scroll down to where they actually have what the rising sign is. You can see it even talks about the sun, the moon, and all the other planets as you scroll through. It even gets into the houses. You can see which house the moon is in or the sun is in. If you scroll down far enough, it'll even give you the planetary aspects, what planets are making aspects to it. So it gives you a really, really involved breakdown. That's a very long read. There's a ton of information. And it's really cool. It's very, very in-depth. So if you want to do just a quick chart to look for yourself, you can always put in your information for yourself or anyone else. It'll put something out that's very awesome and extremely detailed. So that pretty much covers entering the birth chart. We got our details and talked about the report. We always like to make sure that you know how to enter in the information or look for it yourself if you want to do one for yourself or someone else. But stay tuned for the next video where we go over the luminaries in CD2L and start to get the actual chart interpretation of what the luminaries are. We hope you have enjoyed this video from our Astrology Keyring series. If you like the content, please like, follow, and share with your friends. Thank you for watching and have a blessed journey.